Today I'm going to do a quick demonstration on sketching a sport luxury sedan using the Gravity Sketch iPad app. This is literally 3D sketching using offset planes to give a sense of perspective and proportion. So starting with the wheels, I've drawn those on a plane that exists outboard of the center line. And by just moving the drawing planes inboard and outboard using the slider on the left-hand menu, I'm able to draw the various elements of the vehicle body side to give it that sense of dimension. So what I'm sketching now is I'm sketching the side profile of the vehicle as it would exist along the top rail of the roof. And I'm sketching that just inboard of the tire face. So I'm already getting a sense of the profile and silhouette of the vehicle, and it's giving me a sense of dimension already as I turn the vehicle. Now I've moved the drawing plane right to the outboard edge of the tire face, and I'm sketching the main shoulder line, which would be the furthest outboard point of the body side. So that's going to exist further outboard. Then using the slider on the left-hand menu, and you can see it's starting to get some dimension. Now I'm going to move that drawing plane inboard a little bit, and I'm going to sketch the side glass. So that side glass surface exists just inboard of the shoulder line, but just outboard of the rail line. You can see now it's starting to get, you get a sense of the cross section of the pillars. I'm going to move the drawing plane right to the center line, and I'm going to draw the center of the vehicle. And so I'm going to sketch that right just outside of where I sketched the profile of the vehicle, so I can get a sense of like a rounded cross section and plan shape of the vehicle. And you can see it's starting to get some real sense of dimension. So what I'm doing now is I've switched the drawing plane to the horizontal position, and now I can start to sketch out the plan shape of the bumper and other various elements of the top view, the plan shape of the vehicle, in order to give it a better understanding of what the surfaces are doing. See, I'm not quite aligned yet on the position of that bumper. So I'll probably go in and edit that a little bit, but first I'm going to do the rear bumper. So I'm just grabbing some of those lines and making some movements and adjustments. So that bumper line is out too far forward, so I've just shifted it back just a little bit with my selection tool. And now I'm going to move the drawing plane down and sketch the lower part of the bumper. Got to remember to switch off the selection tool there. So I'm drawing the lower corners of the vehicle. Yeah, it's really starting to get dimensional. And sketch the plan shape of the rear bumper. Now I'm moving the drawing plane up to where the base of the windscreen is, and I'm going to sketch out the cowl position and the trailing edge of the hood. And the base of the backlight is going to exist on pretty much the same plane as the windscreen. So you can see here where I've actually tilted the drawing plane just a little bit. So now I'm sketching some spokes on the wheels. I I do spend most of my time sketching in the true orthographic side view, but you can sketch in perspective if you'd like. You just got to know where the drawing plane is, but it can get a little distracting to see the opposite side of the vehicle when you're trying to draw in perspective. I'm just sketching out the lower rocker section of the body side. So I'm just taking some of the character lines on the corners and pulling them back a little bit to give the front end a greater sense of wrap, so that when you're looking at the car from the quarter views, you don't see those corners hanging out. So I'm going to go back to true orthographic side view. I'm going to set my drawing plane just inboard of the rail, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my so what I'm doing now is I'm grabbing my volume tool. I'm going to turn it to white, and I'm going to fill in the side profile of the vehicle. And what that's going to do is it's going to block the view of the opposite side of the sketch. So when I'm looking at it in perspective, it's you're just seeing the part of the sketch that's facing you, and you're not seeing through the vehicle. It's just a quick and convenient way to fill in the interior of that sketch, so that when you turn it into different perspectives, it looks as if you actually sketched it in that perspective. So now I have my finished sketch, and I can spin it into any perspective, generate some screenshots, take them into Procreate, or I can open them right up in Gravity Sketch VR and continue working in one-to-one scale in virtual reality. All the files live on the landing pad cloud account, so it's a native Gravity Sketch file, so you can just open it right up into VR. And here you can see I've taken some screenshots, and I can just spit those images out, take them into Procreate. I mean, what's really cool is it looks like I actually sketched them in that perspective, but it's really just one sketch. Pretty amazing.